Whenever I share with people the gospel message, I always invite them to know and experience Jesus in a very human way. That they understand the human development of Jesus. His growing in wisdom, his anger, his frustrated tears, his joy in the spirit and with the children, his compassion for widows and lepers. You see, the most important part of the human relationship is shared feelings, honesty, and caring enough to confront. Jesus' irritation is clearly seen with the disciples in today's gospel. What little sense do you have? You see, what Jesus is doing today is he's offering us something like what we call a confronting care. Confronting care in the gospel. First, he approaches the disciples and he walks with them. He turns his direction and walks in their direction. What are you discussing? Jesus asked them as he shares and they share their experience. They are in distress. All their hopes have been gone. And what does Jesus do? He establishes a relationship by his attention to their experience. And he shares with them his feelings. And from that part, they are put off by this confrontation. And they become overjoyed. And slowly, they begin to understand. That is why we call this the road to Emmaus. The walk of our life also. See, confrontation is a face-to-face event. Jesus meets them face to face. If I risk confronting someone, I risk changing my direction, changing my opinion or my biasness. So my walk with someone calls for my time, my energy, and my attention. Jesus walks with us today and every day. And in that confrontation, my care and my concern is realized. And I am invited to stay for a meal. And you see how that relationship has deepened as you walk with Jesus. Cleopas and his friend took an about face and went back to Jerusalem. As what we call, they went back to the heart of the matter. When they had recognized the Lord in their lives. And when they had realized that their journey had just begun. So today's story is just another story of Jesus' love for his friends. A tremendous understanding of love as he walks with us. He sits himself with us. He blesses us. And he breaks open the bread of truth with all of us. So the story of Emmaus that is told today is likened to the Eucharist. We come to the liturgy with all our dashed hopes, and we open up our hearts honestly to the Lord, as all of you all are watching on your TV, on your phones. So we must listen carefully and attentively to the liturgy of the Word for some understanding of how our story is hidden in God's living Word. We come to the table where we recognize the presence of Jesus, not only at the Mass, but in all our journey, and especially at this time of our lives. You see, you must know, when we begin to celebrate the Eucharist like that, then our hearts too will burn.